So I was saying li is one of those words which makes the verb subjunctive, so it makes it have fatha. So in order to demand or request, bada'i'a, this is broken plural, diptoed, so it doesn't take, sorry, it's a diptoed, but it doesn't matter because here it has alif lam anyway. So it has a fatha because it's the object of yat liba, yatlubu, or liyatluba is the object of it, in order to request the merchandise. Does that make sense? هل فتحت لهم الباب ليدخل عندنا. Again, the same li before verb makes it subjective. So it was before it was yadkhula and yadkhuluna. Yeah, he had noon. First, you had noon before, which drops because of the li. It means in order to. So did you open the door? Sorry, fatahta. Yes, means did you open for them the door? So did you open the door for them in order that they come to us? So then it says sa'aftahul baba lahum halan. Hal means immediately. I will open the door for them immediately. So we're gonna attempt some more. And we're gonna do English to Arabic because that's more harder, and that will give us good experience. So Farhana, you want to do number one?
Sir, right now I'm not ready, sir.
Why not?
I need some time, sir, to get through this lesson again once more.
You presented this and just have a try.
So can you help me with I sent?
Yeah. So sent. We says ba'atha means to send, right? So how do you say I sent?
Bastu.
Yes. So ba'athtu.
Bastu waladun mahu.
1 second. Let's see. Ba'athtu. So I sent a boy. So a boy. How do you say a boy?
Waladun.
Okay.
Waladan.
Waladan. Why? Is the object, yeah?
The object. Yeah.
Okay. With him.
Mahu.
Yeah. Ma'ahu.
To see.
Yeah.
To see is yanduru, but to see.
Essentially.
Nadara is to see.
Yes.
Yeah. Nadara. Yeah. Nadara.
Yeah. I sent a boy with him to see. You could say it in order to see. How do you say that?
Yeah. In order. Kaya.
Okay, we say K in order to, yes.
Kai.
We could use that. Or we could use Li. We could use the K. Is it Yanzuru?
No, Nadara.
No. It's
yeah, no, yeah.
In order to see, because we said
Yanzara. Yanzura.
Yanzura, yes.
Fatha.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because of the particle here. You could use Li as well. K Yanzura.
What he will do. Ma.
What? Yeah.
Amaluhu. What he would do.
He would do, right? It's not past tense, so it's
ma,
it's like
future tense.
Yeah, ma ya'malu. Amala ya'malu. So see, it's quite confident as well because you kind of knew most of the most of the answer anyway. And what happens when you contribute is when you can answer some of it, and when the teacher fills in the blanks, then it helps. It's easier to remember where you went wrong and just to correct that, rather than me just giving the answers out. Sudais.
Yes, sir.
You wanna number 2, please?
Okay, let me see. Can you tell me intended?
So qasada. Qasada.
وخادمه
Say it again, I didn't hear that.
محمد وخادمه.
Okay. وخادمه. Okay.
Sorry, I can't just remember intended.
Qasada.
What is intended in Arabic?
Qasada yaqsudu. It means qasada means to intend. Can you hear me?
Sorry, your voice is chopped. What is it?
Oh, sorry. Qasada means to intend. Qasada yaqsudu.
Okay, kasada. Okay, yaksudu.
So here is it Muhammad SAW intended past tense, right? Muhammad SAW intended. Can you hear me? Hello.
إلى السوق.
No, I didn't hear you. What did you say? Qasada Muhammadun hadimuhu. What's next?
Yaksuda.
No. Why yaqsuda?
Is there two people?
So intended is past tense, right?
In past tense, and there are two people, Muhammad with his servants, so it should be with the alif in the end.
So what would it be?
Yaksuda.
So yaqsuda is past tense.
Yes. We have to do it past tense, isn't it? Or present tense? Kasada.
Yeah, we talk intended is past tense, so why would we use future tense? It doesn't Muhammad and his servant are intending or will intend. It says intended. This is past tense, so it's got to be past tense.
Intended is so.
So you said kasada. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you mean?
Kasada, yeah. You have to put alif in front of it, yeah.
Okay. So okay, kasada, because you put alif there because it refers to two people now. What's another way you could have done this?
To go is zahaba.
No. That's fine. But what I'm saying is, up to here, you could have also. What's the normal way of starting? Most common way of starting a sentence, verbal sentence.
Okay, we can write the verb first and then the subject. Kasada Muhammadun wa khadimuhu.
Okay, let's do that. So is it going to be kasada or kasada?
No, only kasada, because when the verb comes first, then there is no. It should not be according to the subject.
It should be singular, right?
Singular, yeah.
Let's do that because it's more common. Kasada Muhammadun. Other one correct as well. Other one correct as well. Wa khadimuhu. Muhammad is servant intended to go.
Zahaba ilal.
So I mentioned.
To go is like zahaba.
Yeah, go is zahaba. The word to here, which could mean we use a particle. We mentioned in the lesson we can use an, or we could use k, like Farhana mentioned last lesson. An. Qasada Muhammadun wa khadimu an.
Zahaba, because now it's coming after the subject, so it has to be according. Zahaba.
So with the an now, when the rest of the sentence is going to be present tense. These verbs, because this is not past tense. This is not like something he's done. So he's intending to do something. So it's going to be, so intending to go. So it's going to be the imperfect.
Then it will be yazhab.
Yes.
Yazhaba.
Yazhaba.
Yazhaba ila suqi.
Why is it yazhaba, not yazhabani?
Because it's coming after the subject, so there are dual. We have to do it according to the subject.
Yes, it's dual. Yes, that's one thing. And another thing is because dual of yazhabu is yazhabani. You understand? So what I'm saying to you, why is it just yazhaba? Why isn't it yazhabani?
Because the an is there, so we drop the noon.
Yes. Okay. And yazhaba ila suki. Yes. Ila suki.
So may I?
Yes. Any questions? No questions. Okay. The third one is I shall return to the house to see what you are doing. If I drop this off. So this comes to practice. So when you look at the particle, when the particle is being used. So here again, I shall return to the house to see, because there's two here, you use again the particle. So Farhana, you want to have a go?
Yes, sir.
I shall return. So we need to make the verb future. Because I shall, yeah.
So return is raja. Yarju, no, arju.
Arju, yes. Arju.
Ilal baiti.
So for example, it says I shall. So it's future for sure. How do you make a verb future for sure?
Sa arju.
Sorry?
Or sofa. Sa arju or sofa arju.
That's good. So far, Arju or Sa Arju, yeah.
Ilal baiti.
Ilal bayti, yeah. To the house. An, yes, that's good.
Nadartu.
An oli, yeah. An nazartu. Now,
No, sir. It went to past tense again. An.
yeah.
Unzur.
An zuru.
An unzura. Unzura.
Anzura, yes.
With fatha. An unzura ma.
Yeah.
What you are doing? Ma amalta.
Again, after an, normally everything is after, when you use a particle. Just one thing we could remember is generally speaking, after particle everything else is normally future. So first to see what are you doing. So it's going to be ta'malu.
Okay.
Oh yeah, ta'malu. I promised you that they shall. Number 6. Sudais.
Okay, so let me see.
Number 6, it says, will you permit me to leave these things in front of you until the evening?
Okay, will is a question form, and they're saying we have to use a. So
Yes.
So permit is ijaza.
No, to permit is samaha, yes, yes, mahu. We learned his lesson.
Okay, sama, yes, no.
Yes. So normally, when you have a question, what do we normally start with?
It starts with the hal or a.
Yeah. So it says
Over-
here. Yeah.
over here, yeah.
It tells you to use So
Yeah.
will you permit me?
You permit, so we have to use it's a present tense.
Yeah.
So
We qualify
yes,
mudari.
yes.
Yes.
Okay, it's tasmao. Tasmao.
Okay, you permit me. So me, I've done this vocabulary, and then
We have to put a totia in front of it.
yeah, sorry, we mentioned, and I think Farhana asked when give an example, and here is example. So here, if you look at the vocabulary, it tells you that we use li for the person and be for the thing, which means when the object is a person, we're gonna use it with the harf jar preposition li, and when the object is ba, we're gonna use sorry, when the object is a thing, we're going to use it with the harf jar b. So here is a he says, will you permit me? So me is the object, me is a person, so we're going to use li, the harf jar or preposition li. So here, so I think he wasn't present for that part of the lesson. So
Yeah.
atasmahu, and then al
Tasmahal li.
li. Yeah, li is the attached pronoun. Yeah, and we said you're going to
There's
use
a
ye.
particle.
Atasmahu li. Here it's
And
not
there's a
particle.
particle
Yeah,
too. So we use an.
okay, what's the question? Will
Atasmahal
you
li
permit me
an.
to? Yeah. That's good.
And after that there's leave. That is leave is like to leave is
So what's the word for li?
trying to think. I can't recall.
To leave is taraka yatruku.
Okay. Since it's an, so we use the future form. So it will be taraka.
Past tense.
Past tense. Okay, past tense is
No. You say past tense. But I'm saying, why are you asking using past tense?
it's present tense.
Yeah.
And since I'm leaving,
Just give
so it will be
1 second. Just 1 second, please. I'll be back. 1 second. Sorry, I'm back.
Yeah,
Yep.
so we're using the past.
Yeah.
We're using the present tense, so it will be atruku.
Atruku. Atruku.
Atruku. These is hazihi.
For 1 second. So you're saying an is going to be atruku.
Atruku. Yes,
What?
ku because atruka because it's okay. An is there, so it's atruka. Otherwise, it would have been atruka. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then since the things is like a broken plural, so we use a feminine form of hazihi, ashia,
Yeah.
and front is amam, and in front of you is amama, amama,
So first of all, Ashia.
ashia,
Okay, because why the Ashia is the object.
yeah,
Okay, أترك
then
هذه الأشياء
hazihi ashia amama, in front of you, amama.
أمامي.
Amami is in front of me, but amamak is in front of you, amamaka.
Oh, is it in front of you? Yeah, it does say
Yeah,
أمامك.
it's in front of
Yeah,
you.
yeah, okay.
Okay. Until is hatta.
1 second. Yeah, until hatta, yes.
And then it's evening is masa. So the evening, so it's al masa, al masai, hatta al
أمامك.
mas,
Yeah.
amama, hatta al
Um,
masai.
hatta. And here is like using here as preposition. Masa'i, yes.
Yeah.
Until the evening. Okay, that's good. I think that's it then. I think I feel that you guys understand, and hopefully, inshallah, you could do the rest of the all the questions for the homework, and hopefully it's making sense. That's all from me, inshallah. Any questions? Please just remember the vocab and do the questions, inshallah.
So after all these
Recording, sir?
particles,
Sorry, say it again.
You'll be
yes,
sending the
after these
recording?
particles,
Yeah. Carry on. After these particles.
yeah, so it will be always present tense or future. You can never use past tense after this. Like only.
But for time being, it's good rule to remember. I suppose good default position to have. At the moment, that's the way it is. As we do more, you come across more rules. But yeah, you could look at it that way for this exercise anyway. Because here, when he's talking about, for example, when he says in question 3, I shall return. So, for example, here, I sent a boy with him to see. It's not saying so. It says to see. So that's why we're using, present or future. But yeah, I think what you said, it makes sense, for time being. So even here, it's not say gone. Even in English, we're using go. You understand?
Yeah.
So even look at English, it says to go. So we says an yazhaba. It's not saying if you use past tense, if you say Muhammad is servant, and then did gone. Gone is or went is the past tense in English. So again, even if you look at English, they are using the sentence in what we call a past or future tense. So yeah, so that's probably pretty accurate for now.
Okay, sir.
Okay, inshallah. That's it from me. Any questions, Sudais?
So just wanted the recording as I was late. Just wanted to see so that I can catch up.
Oh, okay, inshallah. I'm going to post you on the YouTube, and I'll share the link with you, inshallah.
Okay. Thank you.
Wa alaikum. Wa alaikum salam.